Okay, good morning, everybody. We don't really have a whole lot to look at today. We haven't had a whole lot moving in the market, which kind of sucks, but we've come up with a couple things that look like maybe they're going to be playable. So we'll have to run with that and see what we can do with it. A lot of these aren't really in my preferred price range, but we'll see what we can do. We've got MYO here going from 68 cents at the bottom to looking like 99 cents at the top here, maybe 98. So this is looking pretty good. Looks like maybe 200 EMA bounce right off open, which would be nice. We've got EAR. This one's going from, I guess, technically lows of 51 cents to highs here of 63. So it's got an okay range to it, but the price action is not really there yet. We've got tops, kind of the same story with the price action. It looks like it opened up around $1.91 and went up to 232. So again, we've got an okay range, but yeah, volume's a little sporadic. Price action is as well. We've got OTIC here. I still can't seem to figure out why OTIC is running. They're cash flow negative. They don't really have any good news coming out. They seem like all the news I can find is all of their medications and therapies that are coming out are failing and they're giving up on them. So I mean, why the run here? I don't know. I think it's maybe just pumping, but we're going from about 23 cents to 30 cents, so it's got a decent range to it today. So if it continues on its way up, maybe we'll take advantage of that. CRBP is not looking too bad, going from just under 13 cents there to just over 17. So again, we've got a pretty okay range on this, but it's pretty cheap, so I'm not really sure I want to play that. Same thing with Cal here. This one's kind of a different story with the news, going from 18 cents to a high there, 25 cents. And if we look on a larger scale, it's kind of doing the same thing as OTIC and maybe even CRBP. Yeah, kind of the same thing as CRBP, except CRBP looks like it might just be starting out. But OTIC and Cal look like they've been running for a couple days now, so let's have to see what that looks like on open. Myo looks like it is jumping up on open, so we're going to go ahead and take a play. MYO. I'd like to get in 0.84. Looking for a dollar. And then probably a 0.80 stop loss. So I know that's pretty big, but we are going to need that room. So if you can get in lower than 0.84, all the better. I don't think you really need to move that stop down any lower, but we'll see. EAR opened up really low, it jumped up pretty high here, so we opened up 57 cents, jumped up to 61 there, so we've got a good range on this candle at least. We'll see if that can maybe hold some value. CRBP all over the place as well, right down to that 200. This could be an opportunity that I want to take advantage of, CRBP. So we're going to go with 0.15, 50. We're going to go with a PT here, probably 18 cents. And then we're going to go with a 14.50 stop loss. So 14.50 is going to be right there. We're hoping for a VWAP or 200 EMA bounce. So that puts us with MYO and CRBP. If you can get a little bit lower on CRBP here, like 15.35, even better. But it is what it is. Okay. Mayo's dropping down to 80 cents here, so this is going to be where I'm jumping in. I was kind of waiting for 84 cents, and by the time I look back, we're at 80 cents, so I guess that's what we're doing. I guess at 80 cents, we'll leave it. Man, I really want to get it below that 77-cent mark, but I honestly don't think I'm going to put it that low. I'll leave it at 78 cents. We'll see. I would like to see a little bit more of a recovery right off this 200 right here, because yeah, unless we're putting it down to like 75 cents, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. So we'll see what happens from here. ONCS is running again. We could take a look at that for sure. Onks. Not looking too bad. The pre-market looks like crap so far, other than the last like 15 minutes here. Oh, thanks, man. But yeah, it looks okay. It might be playable. We'll keep that in mind. OTIC not looking too bad. We've got tops, meh. Mayo still holding 80 cents so far. And Cal, it's starting to take a dump here, so I'm not really sure we're going to play Cal. CRBP is looking okay here, 16.35. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of profit. Taking a little profit, CRBP, 16.1650. So we're right there right now. I mean, you could wait till closer to 17 if you want. Let's see here. Mayo still holding, but I honestly don't have a lot of faith in this. I think I'm just going to cut. Cutting. MYO. Yeah. I didn't even get to finish saying what I was going to say, but yeah, we knew that wasn't looking good. We'll wait for a bounce here, maybe on the 2-minute. Possibly the... Now, 5 minutes could be too far. But maybe a 2-minute bounce. So we could try one more time here at 76 cents. So we're going to go MYO 0.76. We're going to go for 0.85 at least. And then if we get this, it'll be a good trade. We just need that bounce. And there's no other place but here, I think. So, and a 0.74 stop. We're not going to give it too much room, I don't think. But we're going to wait a moment. I want to see, I'd rather get in a little higher here on 0.76. And actually see it start to bounce before we jump in. OTIC, huge green candle. All right, so actually, before we do that, let's get in on OTIC. So, I mean, we're probably going to want to try for 27 cents here. I do think that 35 is not too far away. And then just a 20... I'm going to have to give it a 26 cents because realistically, that's hard. This has got such a big range to it. But, yeah, I can't afford 2 cents on this. I just I cannot do it, so... But you know what? If you manage to squeak in a good entry here, make sure you just take every 1 cent, and you'll be pretty good on that. Okay, so CRBP is just hitting that 0.17 level. It looks like, or just about to. EAR went through like a massive run here, going from 57 cents to 71, so that's looking good. Still iffy on Mayo here. We're gonna give it a minute. Top's not looking good. 0.31, so if you jumped in on OTIC, we are definitely up. Sorry, just taking some profit here, and then I'll taking some profit. OTIC, yeah, OTIC, 0.31. So I did get in a little high, but you know what? It looks like it's working out anyways. 0.32, XPEV mooning. Yeah, you know what? I saw that on StockTwits this morning. XPEV. 850 to 950, it's an okay range. That's pretty decent, I would say. Cal still dropping. CRBP still going. We hit 18 cents on CRPB, so taking more profit. CRBP, 0.18. And that is actually PT on CRBP. CRBP. We're actually 1850 right now. 1880, look at that. All right, we're doing good on this. Almost 19 cents. Mayo, kind of holding here. Kind of holding. Not really sure on it just yet, but so we did hit 19 cents here on CRBP. Again, every cent take profit. So you know what? I'm gonna go. I already took profit, but I'm saying taking profit. CRBP 0.19, have a runner. You know, we're almost hitting 20 cents, so I mean, we could take a little bit more out at 20. Top's not looking too good. EAR's not really doing anything. Mayo, it's holding, so I guess let's try a Mayo trade. We'll go with a 0.76 entry. Gonna go with a 0.85 PT and a 0.74 stop loss. You could give it 7.3 if you want to, but realistically, I feel like if it starts dropping much lower than this 0.74 level, we're probably not going to want to be touching it. So OTIC did jump up to 32 cents there, so you know what, not bad. Again, anywhere around there, good time to take some profit. I do think this is coming back down for a pullback, maybe down to VWAP or this 28 cent area again. Yeah. Top's not looking too bad. Ear, not looking too bad. XPEV, I'm not really sure what's going to go on with this, so I don't really want to touch it quite yet, but this does look fairly bullish. Not this candle, though. If we look at it on a 5-minute scale, yeah, pretty undecided, so we'll leave it be for now. Oops. Yeah, okay, that goes away. OTIC didn't actually pull back very far. It pulled back to the support area here at 29 cents. It looks like it bounced right off. CRBP touched 19.50 there. Looking like it's struggling. I would say this is definitely due to come back down, but you know what? These sub even 50-cent stocks can really do some wild stuff. So Cal looking like it's coming back pretty strong here. We bouncing off an area of support. We basically are. So I mean, like getting in at 0.19 here might not be the worst option if you can. Cal 0.19, go for probably 0.22. That seems pretty shy, 0.23. And then maybe like a point, even just a 0.18 stop loss seems to be something that could be, you know, still relatively useful without being a huge stop loss. So if you can get in somewhere on 0.19, 0.18 will be your stop loss. MYO is looking okay here, 0.79, so we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of profit. 0.79. 0.80 if we can get it, that would be great. So close, there it is. We're actually really close to 0.81 here. I don't know if it's going to cross that 9 EMA. Now a little bit of rejection, that's okay. We're coming back a little bit here. We did hit 32 cents on OTIC there on the 5-minute. On the 1-minute, we got a little bit of a different story. We did have a nice pullback down to the 29-cent area, but we are actually climbing back up pretty substantially there. CRBP is looking pretty good, breaking into a new high here, but we want to hit 20 cents before we take any more profit. Cal looking pretty good here, pushing itself up to 22 cents. So, I mean, if you manage to get in even 19 cents, you know, something like that, you're looking pretty decent here. Let's say taking profit, Cal 20, no, not 0.21. There we go. 0.21, 0.22, something like that. You know, anywhere around here, you're up pretty big. I didn't expect to jump that fast. CRBP pushing, getting closer. It's got to do it. Mayo has not broken that 9 EMA yet. No. You know what? It still looks pretty decent. You think XPEV's going for the next leg here? I think you might be right. Let's take a chance on XPEV. XPEV, probably $9 here is what we're going to be getting in at. We're probably going to go for at least $9.50, but I'd like to actually hit $10. And then we're going to go with an 8. We'll give it 8.70. We're going to give it a 30-cent stop, because that would be breaking down into a new low here, which we don't want to see. You know, I can imagine if you didn't have a brokerage that auto-selected the amount of shares you're buying, it would be very hard to calculate things like MYO, CRBP, OTIC, CAL, and then go to XBET, which is $9. So I apologize if people are struggling with that, because that would be very annoying to have to switch from like playing sub 50 cents to playing almost post $10. OTIC does take a little bit of a nasty drop here, but you know what? We made quite a little jump there, so that's okay. Mayo sitting at 81 cents here. We are breaking above the 9 EMA. We got to break above that 200 as well. 5-minute, we're looking good. 2-minute, we're looking okay. 1-minute looks the same as the 2. Ear's heading back up, but you know what? The price action is still pretty slim on this. I'm not loving it. We got OTIC, CRBP, and CAL. These are all looking good. ONCS not really looking good. And then, of course, we have XPEV as well. So we did it up to 920. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't even look at taking profits till like 940. Realistically, actually, we could probably try for 930 because we're looking for the 1-to-1 ratio on that first trade, right? So 930 is going to be the first area we're looking at. Cal still looking okay. CRBP, you know what? It's trying for that 20 cent. I don't know if it's going to get it, but it's definitely trying. OTIC with the nasty drop down to 27 cents, which is just below our entry, well, my entry point. So I don't know if this is going to bounce or not, but if it does, I mean, it could bounce off the 27 cent area, but I'm thinking more likely the 200, which is also the 27 cent area, I guess, but the lower on it. Mayo's pushing for that 82 cents area, but we're not really, probably not going to, well, you know, I took it 80, not 81, so I mean, extra 2 cents is probably going to be worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to take more at 82. Profit, NYO 0.82. Whenever we get there. CRBP going forward again, hits the high. If we get rejected here, this could be bad. If we break it, could be good. Looks like we're breaking it. Going to hit that 20 cent here any second. Little push, just so many people selling. Lots of shares coming through for selling, and we ate through it anyway. Look at that, nice push. Okay, yeah, taking profits there. CRBP 0.20. Where did I get on an XPEV? 901. 0.20 on this. Where is CRBP? There it is. We might actually push to 21 here pretty quick. That'd be something, wouldn't it? OTIC, we could actually look at getting more at 0.28 if we want. Mayo's push past. It hit 0.84, so anywhere here is going to be a good place to take some profits. Even if you took some at 0.82, 0.84 is going to be good. So take some. Just take some. Wow, we just saw a nice drop there. Huge drop after we hit our PT there. So it's coming back down to 18 cents. You could buy back in there and hope for a push to 21, but I think this is not the place to do so. I'd be waiting. XPEV still moving around. Cal going through a dip here. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down to 19 cents, but you know what? I think this is probably... It's been pretty bullish as of lately. If we move over to the 5-minute scale and like stretch it out accordingly, it looks like it holds a pretty clear pattern. So I would say we're probably likely to head up considerably from here unless we're done, but I don't think so. You don't trust Mayo? I don't blame you. We've been stuck on stocks for a while. Last couple days, I think we've been overplaying one specific stock instead of spreading it out, although there hasn't really been a lot to spread it out to, and I think that's part of the problem. XPEV hits that 930 area, so that's our first take profit point. Taking profit, XPEV 930. So the next one, we're probably going to aim for like 960. Get that 2-to-1 ratio. OTIC, I think I might chance it again and pick up some more shares at 0.27. So I'm going to go OTIC 0.27. I'm going to try for 0.32 and then a 0.25, 0.26. I'm going to leave it 0.26 stop loss. Still can't bring myself to do a 2-cent stop here. It's looking good. By it, do you mean Mayo or do you mean XPEV? Because I think you mean XPEV, but I could be wrong. XPEV, yeah, thought so. Mayo looks like it's about done and ready to come back down a little bit. That's looking okay. All right, so we're pushing on CRBP again. Damn, we should have bought the dip. We should have bought the dip. I should have told you guys to buy the dip. Don't know why I didn't. We're at 0.21 here though, so let's take some more profit on this. Taking a bit more profit. CRBP 0.21. This is actually working out beautifully for us, I have to say. We're actually up like a ginormous amount on CRBP so far. I know I don't normally play things that low either. And I hate when it works out like this because it makes me want to play it even more. Same with CRBP, right? These two things that are running, they're looking really good. They're not in what we normally play, but you know what? It is what it is. We're hitting 29 cents here on OTIC, so I think this is probably going to be a good place to take a little bit of profit, not even depending where. If you got in 0.28, it's still a good place. So taking some profit. OTIC, not CRBP. 0.29. You have a question about sub $1 stocks. What is it? You find it very hard to trade because the percentage is being so tight. How do you navigate that? Not easily. You have to. It's tough. If you're in the 30 to 40 cent range, it's kind of okay. I would say more so 40 to 50% range. I'd say it's more okay to have like a 2 cent stop. If you're below 30 cents, you can't really afford to give it more than 1 cent. You might be able to give it like 1.5 cents, but you can't give it more than that. Neo's at $12. That's way cheaper. That my average on that is way too high. So like, I mean, you still have to try to maintain. We hit 22 cents on CRBP, another good place to take a little bit more. Hang on, taking profits. CRBP 0.22. It's one of those things where, I mean, sometimes it's worth the risk to jump in on something that's this cheap, because when it runs and if it looks like it's running hard, you can make a lot of money off it. But the problem is, if it can run hard, it can come down hard too, and you could lose a lot really quickly, right? Like we just took CRBP from 15 cents to 22 cents, which is pretty huge. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's like, we're almost up 50% on CRBP. So, I mean, like, sometimes it's worth giving it the little bit of extra room. You have to, like, looking at CRBP now, I would never buy in after we've had this big run, because this can dip so fast, so hard on you that you're just looking to get instantly stomped out, right? So, like, you have to, if you're going to play stuff like this, you kind of have to catch in the beginning. OTIC is like kind of a different story because it's not doing the straight run. You're seeing it had a nice pullback, so we bought more on this pullback when we hit a support area, and it goes, it's the same thing as a regular stock, but you got to realize this is basically just like playing leveraged stocks, right? Because when you find these small caps that have this much movement in them, it's just more movement. And that's why I don't like playing things around the $10 range, because like XBET, for instance, sure, we can get in at $9 and get out at $10, but that's 10%, right? This could take us an hour to get to $10. I don't think it will. If it decided to, it could get there, fairly quickly, maybe like 15 minutes or so, maybe 20. But, that's still only like 10%, where CRBP, what we've played in the last 15, 20 minutes, we've already made 50% off it. You only trade things over 90 cents. Yeah, so it depends on how well you can trade things like this too, right? Like if your risk management's okay, and you can determine where the pullback's going to end on these stocks, and you can determine which penny stocks are looking good. Like there was like 5 or 6 that popped up today, and I was like, okay, like we'll take a look at these. And I immediately closed down like 2 or 3 of them because they just didn't look like something that I could possibly play. So you kind of get to know which ones look somewhat playable, and sometimes it's worth the chance, right? Like if CRBP had stopped me out pretty much instantly after I got in, I probably would have just closed the chart down and not touched it again, because these stocks kind of have that kind of personality where like if it continues to do harsh drops like that, it's probably just going to continue to do that. So it's not really worth playing. But like And if it does have harsh drops like that, maybe that's where you need to try and look to get in. Like if Cal dips down to 19 cents and then goes up to like 21 cents, and you see another harsh dip down to 19 cents, I'd be trying to buy in pretty quickly. So glad you exited it. Yeah, no kidding. It was kind of given up there. OTIC's at 32 cents. We need to take some more profit here. Taking more profit. OTIC 0.32. It's actually PT, so we can actually say PT. OTIC taking more profit 0.32. So like, yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question. It's tough to play these stocks in general. That's why I try to avoid as much as I can. But like, if we're looking at things that are above $1 today, what do we have really, right? We have Tops, which isn't moving, Onx, which is heading down, and then XPEV, which is, granted it's doing its thing. I mean, catching this move probably would have been harder, but you know what? We caught a slow grind, and we were up. What are we up on this so far? Like up 4%, something like that. 5%. We're up about 5% on it. So you know what? It is what it is. Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked. I meant to look at NEO. It's really going. Yeah, but see, like we're on this range again, right? $11 to 12.40. If you caught this entire move, you'd be up 12%. Not bad, but also not great. Yeah. I mean, like, it's good for pretty much anyone's purposes. 12%'s nice, but I mean, for me, it seems a little boring. But you could definitely play this and make some money. What's the news on NEO? Actually, I'm curious about the news because I actually own quite a bit of NEO. I was actually thinking about cutting most of my EV stocks because I know EV is not the future, but that's a story for another time. Reason why NEO stock is up today despite worries about China. This was actually 2 days ago. It's just a bounce back. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just, well, I mean, like, hey, it's just, we're actually hitting the second PT on XPEV, so we can go ahead and take some more profits here. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to play calls, NEO would be good. That's 960. Yeah. Yeah, NEO, like I was saying, for my purposes, it's a little boring. It's only moved 12% today. But if you're playing calls on it, since that's leveraged, obviously that's going to be more worth it. Definitely. You know what? I had Cosm open earlier, and it just kind of it makes me mad because I wanted to swing it. But you know what? This getting closer to the area that I would be okay swinging this. Yeah, we're hitting an area of support here. I mean, I'd like to actually see it more down to 52 cents, but this could be a decent area. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep it open. Jolts Jobs. There you go. XPEV breaking through. So, I mean, like, next target on the XPEV, we'll go for about $10 on it. Cal's still sitting around that 19-20 cent area. CRBP, we still have a little bit of CRBP. It's like honestly not a lot. I think I have maybe 500 shares left, so we're gonna see if we can pick up some more if it looks good. OTIC, again, we picked up a whole another lot of shares. So we're just waiting on this. We're waiting to see if we can make a nice push here. Mayo, we're still holding on to Mayo. It's not really great by any means. It's okay. Well, I mean, that's weakness, right? The quick drop is going to be, big sell-offs, and then the slow rise is just weakness. So, I mean, you're right to be scared about stuff like that. NEO seeing a recovery 100% just off the basis that over the past like 3 months, it's died, right? So like you can see it like a couple months ago, it was a September, you're trading at $22, and then now you're trading at $9. So it's just seeing a recovery because mostly bag holders. You could see this. I think you're going to find resistance around this 1285 area. Maybe you could push it up to 14, but I think you're going to start to see some resistance around that $14 area. So it really depends on if you can break that 1285 resistance. That would be sick. Nice, nice. OTIC here going through a little bit of a drop back down to 30 cents. You think XFE's about to shoot up to 10? We'll see. We'll see. I got to close down some chart. I'm going to close down ES right now. I'm not really watching ES. Onx, we'll leave it open. Tops I'm going to close because I'm not going to play tops or... You know what? No, I'm not going to play ears either. So we'll get rid of those. Onx is still a possibility. NEO pushed at 1271. I still think 1285 is going to be a harsh resistance there, so we'll have to see. XBEP to 980. I mean, 990 would be your 1-to-3 ratio, right? So, I mean, technically speaking, 990 is going to be where you want to take profits, but OCD is telling me $10, so... I mean, realistically, you should be trying to around 990 to 999 to not hit that psychological barrier, but we'll see. We'll see. Cal's back down to 19 cents here. If it touches that 19-cent range, we might be able to jump back in on this and play it again, back up to 2021. Limit sell at 997. There you go. I hope you do tell me you told me so on Neo. I hope you do. I'm still going to tell you I told you so on things I didn't tell you so on. That's just how it is. Are these related? Is Xpeng EV? Got it. There's FSR. Oh yeah, that is American, right? I think Neo's going to give up here. I don't think it's going to push past 1285. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mio's picking up some volume here. I'm sure Soulburn will be happy to hear that. Nice, nice. Actuals 10.33. Expected 10.4. 4.6, expecting 5. All right, so we're a little below average or below what we're expecting on those. XBEV might go for it. Neo might go for it too if XBEV will. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think if XBEV hits $10, Neo will hit 1280. Maybe 1285. I don't think he'll quite get there though. Onk's not looking terrible. It looks like it has found its bottom. I'm still not... I don't really want to trap myself on that, though. XBEV going for it. We might see this 990-ish break. We should see at least 995 out of it. If we hit $10, this could blow right through $10. OTIC looking good here. We're hitting 0.33. I don't really want to take too much off the table till 0.34. So that's going to be our next spot on OTIC. Mayo's looking pretty good. I hate to say it, Necro, but you cutting does not look like it is paying off. You took Cosm at 0.54. Oh, way to go, man. Look at that. That's huge. What are you up then? About 8% on it already. The chest buzz, yeah. It's, you know what? That's a pretty good analogy for stocks with me. Sometimes I just hear those stocks buzzing, so I jump in. Mayo's looking okay. You know what? It did show weakness dropping, but we still see a lot of these tails on the stock. So, it did make that push up pretty dramatically there. So we might see some strength and push past that 84-cent level. We might see 90 off this. That would be good. Still waiting for 84 or 34 cents here on OTIC. CRBP might go for it again here. We've shown some consolidation around this 19-cent range. I'd actually like to pick up some more CRBP at 19 cents. We're going to go for 25 cents, and we're going to go for an 18-cent stop. Give it 1 whole cent. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Those numbers don't seem to be bad at all. Well, they're okay. Yeah. But what you're expecting and what's good for the economy are two different things, right? So what they're expecting to see is based off what they've done so far, and that's not much. Yeah, but with the rate hikes, you're going to see less people taking jobs, not more, right? And that seems counterintuitive because that means people would need more money, but unless you see jobs paying you more, then there's going to be almost no point in even having a job, right? People are going to be resorting to criminal activity to pay the bills because it just pays better. Or starting their own business, doing something online, because that will also pay for the amount of work you have to put in. That'll pay better than a regular job. Exactly. 0.86 here on Mio. Going to take some more profits. Noise. Where's my Mio? There it is. CRBP coming down to that 19-cent range. OTIC back down. It hit 0.33. I should have taken a little more off the table. That's going to hurt. XBEV still looks good. Good-ish, I would say. Pushing back up to that point, or 992. Have you taken your profits yet, Jackal? Are you getting out at point, or 992? I'm saying point. Well, I mean, like anywhere on the 19-cent range is going to be fine for CRBP. I mean, obviously getting on the lower end of this range is better, but realistically, for all intents and purposes, anywhere on the 19-cent range is fine. You're waiting. That's very patient of you. All right, Onk's making its push here. Cal stopping on the remainder, which is fine because we got what we wanted out of it. That sounds so doubtful. Yeah, no kidding. All right, OTIC back down to 29 cents here. This could be another opportunity for a buy-in. I'm going to try again. OTIC, 0.29. We're going to go for 0.35 with a 0.28. 0.28. I don't really like 0.28 as a stop, but because that puts us above the 200. But you know what? This looks like another good pullback I want to buy some more on. So we're looking for 0.31 for our first profit point, and then probably 0.33. You're in a COD mood today? Okay, okay. I'll play some COD. Come on, Cosm, hit 60. Yeah, no kidding. You're killing it. I should have taken that play. I was waiting for a little bit more of a pullback. Oh, man. And now it's just too high for me to get into. You got that top band closing in. You know, you still have quite a bit to push to hit VWAP. I'm not I think 60 is definitely reasonable. I think above 60 is going to be a bit of a stretch. Mio's at 0.89. What the hell happened there? Let's take some more profit. Taking more profit. Mio 0.89. $0.60. Way to go, man. Way to go. Good trade. Neo's not coming up. Hate to say it, but this looks like it's coming down a little bit. Hate to say I told you so. Actually, I didn't even really tell you so. I just, I was saying 1285 was going to be the rejection zone, and it looks like it got rejected sooner. You know what? It could still go up, so maybe neither of us are wrong quite yet. Mio's at 91 cents. We're hitting that 0.93 just like that. I said we could break to the 0.90s here, and then we are doing it. And I honestly, I didn't even believe myself this time. But here we are. We almost hit 0.94 there. That was pretty fantastic. I know you got out like 10 cents lower. This is a huge trade. I got in 76 cents and I'm in at 93 still. With a little bit. I don't have a lot left now, but I mean, if we hit 0.95, I'd be a happy person. I'm already a happy person, I guess, but I like being greedy, so hold on to this last little bit. OTIC's up a cent. We're hoping for one more of those. Yeah, Neo's looking kind of weak. 5 minutes not looking too bad, but it literally just opened, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. XBEV also giving up here around that 990 area, which is not necessarily good. Cal not really making me want to buy back into it. CRBP, you know, I think we're kind of moving around a little bit. Not really. If we hit 20 cents, definitely going to be taking profit there. Then we're going to be looking at 21 cents, which is kind of high up. Honestly, I'm looking at this trade and thinking this is probably not the best idea, but we're here now, so we're going to do what we got to do. We're going to make it work. We had our first PT on OTIC there at 31 cents. Taking profit, OTIC, 0.31. It's been a good day, I gotta say. We're playing these really crappy sub-dollar stocks, like actual penny stocks, but it's working, so can't really complain. CRBP hits 20 cents. We're going to take profits there. Look at that. CRBP 0.20. Off VWAP? Yeah, pretty much perfectly. Actually, yeah, perfectly. Not even pretty much. It is. Cal looks like it's going to come back too. I hate this. I don't want to jump into that. What do we have for trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd like to end it on a win. Mio's still going. We're back up to the highs here. We might actually hit this 95 cents. Oh man, if we can break 97, this could be a big runner. 94. XBEV's back up a little bit. It looks like it was just a little consolidation. Neo's actually going for it as well. It's not high yet. If it breaks 1285 and holds, okay, then you win. But that's where I'm saying it's coming down. I don't think it's going to break that. We got some strong resistance there. We're not even talking on a daily level. We're talking on like a monthly level, like couple months. It's been holding that 1285 resistance, so I'd be surprised to see it. I wonder if Tommy's still holding. He better be making some good-ass coffee to be missing this. CRBP still looking okay. We got OTIC, which is still looking okay. Mayo's just absolutely killing it. Hits 97 cents. Let's take a little bit more. Taking a bit more. Mio, 0.97. Holy moly. This is the best day we've had in a while. Cal not really inspiring confidence here. I think I'll just leave the B for now, but XBEV going for it. 94, 96, 97, 98. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's your fill right there. I felt it. Yep. Neo's making that push too. It went up to 1283. Oh man. Alright, let's see this. Let's see this. I got my limit sell at $10 here, but I think I might just take it now. I'm just gonna go ahead and say taking more profit. XPEV 10-ish. Leaving a runner. I don't know if this is gonna run or not, but if we can break through that $10 mark with some haste, I think we might go for a decent push here. That's what I do too. I'll just keep a little bit just so we don't actually miss out. I think I just bumped it. Yep, just bumped it. All right. That's XPEV $10. Let's go. It just bumped it though. I don't think it'll go. I'm lying. I'm lying. It's going. All right, let's see. Oh, Neo's pushing past that 1285. Unless we see a harsh reaction here, this could be. I think this can go up to $14 then. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we're looking at like 1280 here. The next resistance, yeah, about $14 really. Yeah, and then maybe 15. So I'd be surprised if this pushes past 14, but if it can hold 1285 and maybe continue moving up, this could go for a couple dollars. We're gonna see though. It's starting to show a little bit of weakness here. That's not good. Who told who so? We're not done yet. We're close. We're close. We're very, very close. You guys are getting too good, making me look bad. CRBP making that move almost up to theirs, 21 right there. Taking profit, CRBP 0.21. OTIC, like what do you guys even need me for? Necro's trading his own stuff. You're showing me stocks that are running. Tommy's just here for the hell of it. Rub it in my face that he's killing on options. I just play too fast with the higher price stocks. I agree. It's really hard for me to sit on my hands long enough to actually take like good profits on that. Yeah, Neo's going. I think it's I'd be watching that $14 area, but besides that, I think it's smooth sailings for at least another, dollar. XBEV looking good still. I mean, like, we took some at 10 now, so I mean, I'm good to wait till like 1040 or 1050 even. We'll see how it looks when it gets up there. Yeah, CRBP hit 21. Yeah. Next one, probably looking at like 22. I don't know if we'll... I mean, 22 is probably not like too hard to hit, but past 22, we're probably looking at like... I mean, like, again, every cent, so 23, but... Will we hit 23? That's the question. I cannot believe Bio hit 97 cents from, where did we get in? 76. It's just, that's huge. That's huge. OTIC's looking good for the bounce here. I already took profits at that 31 cent mark. I might take some more at 32, to be honest. It's pushing 13, yep. Other than Tommy, kinda. This is the sucky part. Sometimes, like, I'll even call something out, and like nobody ends up getting into it, and that's the one that runs. But or like I'll even call it out and not get into it, and it runs, which also sucks. Am I out of trades? Did I take another trade? I don't think I did. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I still have one more trade I could take. I'm just waiting for something that actually looks like really good to jump on, and I really don't think I need more OTIC right now. I still have a lot of OTIC. Yes, I got into XBEV, and that was a good one. I'll give you that. XBEV was good. I made a whole dollar on it so far. $1.20 technically. I've secured $1 of it, so 10% on that. So that's good. CRBP is running, looking like it might actually make it to 22 cents. So that's good. I'm really surprised with Mayo that came back so hard. A measly 10%. You know what? Any other day, I'd probably be ecstatic about 10%. Today, it's meh. We're at 144% today. So, yeah, it's okay. I'll take it's actually 11%. I made 11% on it so far. But yeah, Mio 26%. That CRBP play for 46% was huge. That was like the two big ones, and then we had a 15% on OTIC, 15% on Cal, another OTIC for 15%, CRBP for 10. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good today. Good day to end the challenge, right? It's the last day of the month. Yep. So looking, you know what? I might buy more Mio here. This is looking really good. I'm gonna do that. MYO 0.85, 0.95 with a 0.82 stop loss. I'm gonna give it a decent size stop. I don't know if that'll save me, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see. Oh, OTIC's still struggling. Yeah, I think we're done with Cal for now. XBEV looking good still. Neo having real troubles breaking past $13 here, which is a little strange. Cosm actually does push past that 60 cent mark, but it took some time. Nice pullback, a couple cents. Yeah. At this point, Cosm doesn't look great. Should have kept more XBEV. Yeah, I know, it's getting there, isn't it? Yeah, almost 640. Drop down to $10 or 640, 1040. CRBP still making its push there. We've got OTIC still doing its thing. Mayo looking pretty good. I got too many channels here. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I caught up in all the chats. OTIC, not looking good. CRBP might be coming down. XBEV, still looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Neo, not really doing a whole lot. But you know what? It's this stuff that I miss, right? The stuff that's just like super boring. There's no other way of explaining it. This is boring. That's boring, and this is fun. Yeah, CRBP is definitely coming down. OTIC hit stop, or yeah, OTIC hit stop on a remainder, so we actually didn't walk away with a lot on that OTIC play, which sucks, but it is what it is. Where did I get into Mio at again? 86. So not quite where I wanted to, but, you know, not too far off. Boring when it's consistent in one direction, yeah. I guess. I try to keep myself on a strict schedule of just 1 hour of trading, and I have really high standards for myself. So if I'm trading for an hour and it's only like 10%, I would consider that a failure for myself. No, that was 3 months, 5K to 50K on a cash account. We definitely hit 50K though, I can tell you that much with today. Yeah, we hit 3 grand today so far. So we're at 52,675 so far. Neo is definitely going. So Luca, are you sleeping? Having a puppy nightmare. I'll send you my Venmo info. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Maya's still just kind of sitting around doing nothing. OTIC doing the same. CRBP, it's going to give it up a little bit here. Whether we'll stop out on it or not, I don't think so. But I still think a push to 22 cents or 23 cents is going to be a fairly reasonable assumption to make. Okay, what do we have going on here? Yep, that's doing its thing. Yep, that's also not doing its thing. So we got Mayo, CRBP, XPEV, and we'll watch Neo, but the rest of these are kind of crap right now. Except Cosm, which is just killing it still, for whatever reason. You never made 3K in a day? Well, the thing is, once you're consistent, it's not even... It's literally just your mind that's blocking you from making more money, right? Because you can, if you're constantly going into trades with the same amount, you're going to be walking out with the same amount. So, and there's been a couple students that have come to me and said that they're consistent, but they're not making the money they want to make yet, and it's literally just a matter of putting more money into your trades. If you can show consistency through your trades and you're consistently having success, you can grow your money a lot quicker, as long as your brain allows you to, right? Because if you have KTRAs at like $7, holy crap, almost at $7 on KTRA. I didn't realize that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so yeah, it just comes down to, the psychological aspect in your brain, right? That's all it comes down to, really. If you start getting fearful because you're putting too much on a trade, that'll affect your trades and you'll start losing. So then you just size back down, and once you have the confidence to start throwing more at trades, then that's just what you do. If you size up and start losing, then, I mean, you know what there needs to be, and might be like a really niche area, would be like a stock market therapist. I think that would be good, because I think people need that. Or like a stock market confidence coach. I'm the therapist. I do have a degree in psychology. Because that's what 90% of trading is when it comes to not 90, but maybe 80% of trading comes down to the psychology behind it, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is like 90% of what I talk about in my meetings with students. It's like, hey, you're pretty good at this. Just give yourself the credit. I actually told Trade Pilots that too, because she still works a full time job, right? And I told her, and we had a talk, and I was like, she's like, what am I doing wrong? Why are you making so much more money than me? I'm like, how much are you putting into each trade? She's like, $500. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm afraid of losing it. I'm like, that's your problem. It's not that you're not better. You're probably even, she might even be better than me at trading, but she just doesn't have the confidence, right? You for sure need a trading psychologist? Yeah, for sure. I think everybody does. By Jared Tender. Yeah, I should check that out. Actually, I'm very interested in the psychology behind trading, and I know that plays such a huge role in it for people. And like I've seen people with tons and tons of skill that just don't know how to utilize it properly. And even if they do know how to utilize the skill, like it's always the mental game that destroys it, right? Like you can be consistent and make $200 a day, and like not have any issue with that, but then people size up to like making trying to make like $500 a day, and it just gets absolutely destroyed. And it has nothing to do with trading, right? Your fills are going to be basically the same until you get to around like $50,000 of position size. Your trading is going to be the exact same, your fills are going to be the same, your decisions should be the same, everything should be the same. It just comes down to your confidence level, the fear involved, being greedy, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Maya really needs to jump back up. It came real close to stopping us out there. But yeah, that's what it is. 99% of the time, skill is only 20% of the game with this kind of stuff. Once you know how to trade, you know how to trade. We got our next BT on CRBP here. Taking more profits. CRBP 0.22. Actually, almost hitting that next BT at 0.23 too. XBEV still waiting till 1050. Where's Neo? Neo's 320 so far. Okay, so it's starting to move. It's a slow grinder, but it's getting there. And like, no matter how good you get with trading and the psychology behind it, there's always going to be things that kind of are just like fundamentally a part of you. And I could probably make even more money if my psychology was a little different, or my mental game was a little different. But because of my personality and how I trade, something like Neo would just never work for me. I would have gotten in, I would have seen maybe 2 or 3% profits, and I would have cut it because it's not quick enough. Right? So then I'm sitting there, I'm racking through my mind, why isn't this moving up faster? They should be moving up faster. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't look at the levels correctly, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then I would just exit the trade with small profits. And sure, this could have gone up. What are we at right now? We're probably close to 15% or so, maybe even more at this point. But like, I can't play things like this. It's too slow. I need the fast ins and outs, right? I need something that's going to give me the entry, and 10-15 minutes later, it's going to give me the exit. That's really it. Because and you got to play to your strengths and weaknesses, and that's my strength is the fast moving things, and my weakness is the things that like are slow movers all day long. Like even like Cosm, it did look good down here, but it didn't look like it was moving fast enough for me to want to jump in on it. You're taking after my trading style. Yeah, it's tough, and you know what? I think a lot of that has to do with ADHD. I actually do, and it's because things become very boring to us very quickly, and then our brain resorts to overanalyzing things, and we're used to very fast-paced thinking, and that's what these small cap stocks do, and that's how they work, and that's why it works for me anyway. Exactly, and the slow climbers are definitely okay, and that's definitely a way to play. And I mean, that's just, I think for a majority of people, those slow climbers probably even work better. But it really depends on your psyche and your mental, and how you decide that you like to trade, and you just got to be honest with yourself with it. And I actually had this talk with a guy in gaming chat last night while I was playing games, because he's like, man, I want to do what you do. I'm like, what have you done trading wise? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, hey, well, try everything then. You need to try everything. You got to figure out what works for you and what doesn't, what you like and what you don't like. Like, a lot of people try penny stocks and just immediately they're like, nope, not for me. I can't do it. It's too stressful. Where, yeah, there's just there's so many different styles of trading that, and the hardest part is finding one that fits your personality. And once you find that, it's just a matter of learning it and sticking to it and getting good at it and gaining the confidence and all that. You like to when you can watch it moving so slow but can't sit in it. Yeah, yeah, the fast drop and slow climb. Yeah, yeah, that's so true. That was a good movie. And that's why I do futures, right? Like, because I can't sit still and ES does move really slow sometimes, I'm very inclined to sit here and play video games to keep my brain occupied so I'm not just sitting there braining on ES the whole time. And then after that, I'm like, okay, well, I get that it's going to move slow and I'll just wait for that PT to hit. Sometimes it doesn't work out quite the way I want it to, but a lot of the time it's just a matter of waiting it out. It's not hard though. I just end up dying when I do it. The hard part is when you're literally right in the middle of combat and you know you need to be doing something in a trade, and then you got to make a split second decision whether or not you're going to die in Call of Duty or you're going to die in the trade. I wouldn't say that's why you have to keep picking me up. That's just poor decision making rushing teams. And if I'm being honest, that's not even me. That's mostly Turtle who runs in and rushes teams. And then me being the nice guy, I rush in to try and save Turtle and I die too. And then you usually just kind of sit in the back and wait till they leave to come and get us. Die in real life and financially ruin your KD. Yep. It is, you know what, in the when you say it like that, it doesn't sound like a hard question, but when you're in midst combat, it is a very hard decision to make whether you want to make some money or, destroy someone's ego. Freedom, yeah, no kidding. All right, we're actually hitting 87 cents here on Mayo, which is not bad. I'm going to take a little bit off the table if we hit like 88, which is like right around the corner. Here in combat, yeah. Combat and trading, it's it is what it is. Profits, Mio 0.88. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much done trading. We got our trades in for the day. We're still waiting on Mio to show us some profits. We came real close to stopping out on that. CRBP, we're still in some of that. XPEV still holding on to a little bit of that. I think that's it. OTIC stopped us out. Cal stopped us out on the remainder. Cosm still going, still looking good. I don't think we have much new that ended up looking any sort of good. There's one called Woof. That's funny. But besides that, guys, yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. We'll go over the trade tracker really quick and we'll see where we're at because it's the end of the challenge, right? So it's saying 2 losses. That's because I haven't secured the profits on Mayo yet, but we haven't stopped out on it, so it's still a possibility. So it's probably going to be 8-1. We're at $52,812 today, which is good. That's where I wanted to be by the end of this month. That concludes this challenge. The challenge was basically just to get over $30,000 in 3 months on a cash account. We definitely did that. It was slower at the start, that's for sure. It's kind of sweating when we were 2 weeks in, and I think we just managed like the first $1,000 of profit or something. But beyond that, it started to climb up a little bit faster. And once we reached, at least this month, right, we started like actually, I think we doubled. Yeah, we over doubled this month. So once you're past that $20,000 mark, it becomes a lot easier as long as you're still compounding your gains. We hit 83% as a win rate. I don't think that'll change whether or not we hit 8-2 today or 9-1. But in any case, 83%. My win rate's usually not that high. It's usually anywhere from like 65 to 75 per month. So it really depends on how I'm trading. Obviously, with a cash account, you got to be a little bit more accurate if you want those profits because you're limited on the amount of trades you can take. So yeah, it didn't end up being too bad. As far as the trade summary goes, we're up 146% today, not including Mayo for this last trade. But yeah, we took some good trades. It worked out pretty nicely for us. Hopefully Mayo works out. Looks like it's moved back down a little bit now, but we'll see what happens with that. We still have some CRBP for this trade, so we'll see how that goes as well. And I think that's, oh, and XBEV. We got a little bit of XBEV. I don't really have high hopes because we're back down to $10 now, but we'll see what's going on with that in a short little while here. But yeah, besides that, guys, you're new here. Oh, well, welcome to the show. Yeah, well, I think next month we're gonna go back to margins so that I'm not limited to just 10 trades a day. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, like, we're probably still going to end up around 10 trades a day, but I don't like the being restricted to exactly 10 trades, because then I feel like I have to utilize every last trade, which kind of pushes me to take trades I wouldn't normally take, and then also on some days, like, not take trades I normally would take. So it kind of messed with things a little bit, but all in all, it was pretty easy. But yeah, we'll go back to a margin account. Probably, I don't know if I'll do a challenge per se. I mean, we might do one more challenge, but I think sooner or later, I'll just go back to playing day trading like normally with just, starting with like a $5,000 account, putting in like 10% per trade or maybe 5% per trade. I don't need like a ton of money or anything. And just see where that gets us. But yeah, hopefully you guys made some money today. I'm gonna write up a thing later on what the new challenge is gonna be, or what our trading style is gonna be next month, and we'll run with that and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.